Research in developmental psychology shows that children exposed to chronic parental disrespect, even without physical violence, are significantly more likely to replicate in a healthy relationship dynamic in adulthood. Not because they want dysfunction, but because what they witness becomes their blueprint for love. Hi, I'm Camila Hess, systemic therapist and founder of the Rebel Moms community. Every day, I help women escape their emotional prisons by teaching them how to balance motherhood, feminine power, and relationships. If that sounds like something you need, go ahead, hit the subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss more of this content on emotional intelligence. Let's talk about almost no one says that out loud. When he disrespects you, your children are not too young to understand. They may not understand words, but they do understand the energy. They see the silence after the argument. They notice the tension at the dinner table. They watch your body shrinks. They observe who speaks and who stops speaking. Children are not learning from what you tell them. They are learning from what you tolerate. And this is where it actually becomes like systemic. When a child repeatedly witness a father belittling, dismissing, ignoring, or emotionally dominating the mother, several things happen internally. Their nervous system normalizes tension. Chronic exposure to emotional hostility increases cortisol levels in children. Even without physical aggression, their bodies register instability. They internalize relational roles. A daughter might unconsciously learn that love requires endurance. A son may internalize that dominance equals masculinity. Not because you taught it, but because they watch it. They confuse silence with peace. And if you avoid confrontation to protect them, they learn that suppressing emotion is safer than actually expressing it. And it's really heartbreaking. Many mothers stay for the kids, but children don't benefit from a household where love feels unsafe. They benefit from the emotional modeling. They benefit from seeing respect, repair, accountability, and boundaries. Now, let's remove shame from the conversation. You are not a bad mother from being in a hard relationship, but awareness is a responsibility. If your son watches you being disrespected without repair, he learns one of the two things. Either this is how a man behaves, or this is how a woman tolerates. If a daughter watches, she learns either this is what love looks like, or this is the price for keeping a family together. And children don't just observe behaviors, they absorb the dynamics. They feel when you cry in the bathroom. They notice when your voice changes around him. They sense when you are walking on eggshells, even if you think you are hiding it. So the question is not, are they too young to understand, but instead, what are they learning about love right now? Because the most powerful inheritance you give your children is not financial stability, it's relational patterns. And here's the empowering truth. It's not about perfection, it's about repair. If a conflict happens, and it will happen, what matters is whether respect is restored. Do they see accountability? Do they see emotional regulation? Do they see boundaries being honored? Or do they see one parent constantly shrinking? Breaking cycles don't always mean leaving immediately, but it does mean confronting reality. It means refusing to normalize disrespect. It means understanding that your self-respect is part of your child's emotional education. Because one day your daughter will choose a partner. Because one day your son will become one, and they will unconsciously replay what feels familiar. Unless you interrupt this pattern, it's not about fear, it's about your awareness. Your children are always learning what love looks like. Make sure it's something you would want them to repeat. And if you are following me, congratulations, you're growing your emotional intelligence every single day. And if you're not, you might never see me again. So follow now and make your emotional maturity a lifestyle. Comment below, emotional intelligence is my rebellion, and send this to a mother who thinks staying silent protects their children.